I suspect that they will be quite quiet. I mean, they've got Nicola Sturgeon and John Swinney on the backbenches. That's clear. I think they will be quite quiet. I think they'll want to let Humza get on with this. Really interesting question as to whether or not Kate is quiet. There are two ways that this is all very dependent on what she wants to do and what she thinks about stuff. And I think it'd be really interesting for her to disclose that at some point. You know, what is she thinking? Does she feel vulnerable going into that building? They're still briefing against her. I was down there doing broadcast the other night after the result. They're still briefing against her, the other MSPs. So what sort of reception does she get? Absolutely, SNP MSPs. So what sort of reception does she get when she gets there? That's an interesting question. What does she want now from politics? She said during the campaign, this is a one-time thing. I'm only going to stand once. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. It wouldn't shock. Two things wouldn't shock me. She could be a candidate in a future leadership election. Wouldn't shock me. She could leave politics in 2026. That wouldn't shock me either. So I think there are just too many unanswered questions about how Kate Forbes herself is feeling. And I don't think you can... Putting yourself up for political leadership at all in any party is a brave and difficult and grueling thing to do. Putting yourself up to be First Minister, even more so, and, you know, for better, whatever anybody thinks of the views that she expressed in the first week, and, you know, we've been through it on this podcast, what Geoff and I think of it, the opprobrium that she experienced directly as a result of that will have been extremely mentally difficult for her to cope with. So I think she needs a little bit of time, I suspect, to think, what is my role going to be here? Am I going to be the active... Am I going to be Theresa May in the backbenches, not really doing a whole hell of a lot? Or am I going to be Boris Johnson and try and rock a few boats here?